Hello, everybody. It's Charlie again. I'm currently playing Shaolin vs. Wutang 2, The Return of the Martial Masters. But yeah, other than that, let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright, guys, let's get started. Simon Yuen, guys. The original Drunken Master. Well, technically, he's in the same movie as Jackie, but he's basically the old guy that teaches Jackie, the drunken style in the movie. Um, Obviously, his style in the movie is a little different than Jackie's because they put a twist on it and they didn't want them to look identical. Let me go ahead and take care of this mobile right here. I'm sure you guys know him. One of his most famous movies is Old Dirty and the Bastards, I believe it's called. That's where Old Dirty Bastard got his rap name, believe it or not. In fact, the Wu-Tang Clan got their name from Wu-Tang movies, you know. But oh my God, I'm getting whooped. I gotta regroup. Use my crazy drunken kung fu. But anyways, Simon Yuen is also the father of Yin Wu Pen, the famous action director, guys. And another guy named Corey Yuen. They all come from the Peking Opera School where Jackie Chan originally comes from. And Sammo and Yin Biao. So these are all talented people. This guy, Simon Yuen, was an instructor there, I believe, or one of the masters there. And he also went to school there when he was younger. And later on in his life, he became an actor. And I think he has... Geez, I'm actually messing him up now. He has, oh my God. He has, like 11 children or something, and like 6 of them are in the industry, in Hong Kong film industry, so yeah, very successful family. This guy was actually a martial artist in real life. Obviously, he's a little old by the time he's in Drunken Master movie, but he died actually at the age of 66, guys, of a heart attack. But he's well known in Hong Kong for his characters as mostly playing a drunkard. And in Snake in the Eagle's Shadow is also Jackie Chan's master in that movie. You should check out those movies, obviously. I'll be doing a video on the Snake Fist style guy as well in the game. But anyways, Simon Yuen is legendary, guys. Bunch of characters in games and media are based off of, the old, master, basically. And like I said, these two movies, Drunken Master and Snake in the Eagle's Shadow, which made Jackie Chan famous, also made him famous, So, yeah, it's pretty interesting if you think about it. But if you see, the drunken style is crazy, man. Like, it takes crazy athletic ability. And you look closely, if you go back to the Jackie Chan video, their drunken styles are very different. Because you kind of... I believe, you kind of create your own style while you're learning the style. You create your own way of doing it, It's like everybody's an individual, guys, so nobody's going to fight the same even if they know the same style. Oh, great. This is one of the toughest characters, too. The one I'm fighting right now. I forgot his name. I haven't done a video on him yet. But yeah, Simon Yuen is a memorable kung fu dude because his character is also comical. He brings the comedy too, just like Jackie Chan did. And there's so many, like the story of the drunken, drunkard old man or something like that. There are different translations for the movies. I'm sure a lot of the names change over time. But I believe if you look at the training in those movies, they're actually from the Peking Drama Academy where they're from. And yeah, the training there was brutal, guys. A lot of people don't know. If you ever get a chance, look at the movie Painted Faces, guys. Painted Faces is, I think, Sammo... Jesus, this Tiger style guy is getting me. Check this out, though. I got him right here. You see the blocking and everything? I just love this game. But, in Painted Faces, Sammo Hung plays the instructor of the school, which is the guy who taught Jackie Chan and all of them martial arts and acrobatics. And the training was so brutal because I know that there's different types of Peking opera, guys. People confuse them. So Beijing Peking opera teaches, it's heavy on martial arts training, while there's another Peking opera that's more heavy on theatrics and singing, right? They both teach both of those things, but one focuses more on one thing and the other on the other. And I think the one that focuses on singing drama is the most common, so people confuse it with the one that Jackie Chan and Sammo went to. But that actually way of teaching ended with Jackie Chan's master. He was the last one, and then whoever before him used to teach it that way. It was a more brutal. Obviously, a lot of students did not want to join because I believe the contracts were 5, 7, and 10 years. And Jackie Chan was there for 10 years, so he was one of the students that was there the longest. I think Sammo was 7 years, and Yuen was 7 years. So, yeah, and this guy was teaching there at that school at some point. He was one of the masters there. I don't remember at what point, but at least that's what I read. There's not a lot of information on him on the internet, unfortunately. Just his death and his kids and the fact that he, was a martial artist. Anyways, there's different styles of drunken kung fu. There's a wushu style that's more dramatic looking. That's not for combat, and then there's a southern style of drunken master that's more for combat. Southern style is usually focused on actual combat, while northern styles focused on acrobatics and kicking a lot, like high kicks. At least that's what I read, guys. I'm not from China. And I've never done these styles, but I used to imitate them for fun, but I didn't know anybody that knew them. Damn, monkey style guy is out of control. Simon's coming back. Simon's a little bit older, but he has tricks up his sleeve. Oh, monkey kung fu is another very effective style. But yeah, drunken kung fu is crazy. Because you use all your body. You use your knees, elbows. You could even use grapples. It's a crazy style, right? And I think there's a couple of guys trying to fight karate fighters with it on the internet. None of those guys actually knew drunken style, guys. People thought the video was legit. It wasn't legit, guys. I looked it up and I did research. Those guys actually did not know drunken style. They were basically imitating movies. Because I've talked to people that actually know people that have done it, and they've seen it in action, and it actually can work. But I don't know how it works, guys. Okay, all I know is the movies. I'm focused on the art of the martial arts, right? These are based on the movies. Anyways, now we're gonna fight Gordon Lau. I did a video on him as well that you can find on my channel. There's a whole playlist on this game for all these famous actors, but Simon Yuen is notable because the old master and the training came from these movies, okay? There's nobody doing like training scenes or anything like that. That shit started in Jackie Chan movies. And then later on Van Damme movies and other martial artists, that whole training montage. Jackie Chan was the original, As far as I'm concerned, there might have been a few kung fu movies before that, but not like the way Jackie Chan did those montages. Man, this guy is, he's not joking. But in the movie, his name was Sam Seed, and Simon was actually invincible in the movie. Like, everybody was scared of him, so he showed, just to show you that he was a hell of a martial artist. This is within the movie's context, right? And then Jackie Chan he plays Wong Fei Hung, but a mischievous version of Wong Fei Hung. Wong Fei Hung is a famous Chinese hero, one of the greatest martial artists of all time from real life. And Jackie Chan plays a younger version of that character that learns drunken kung fu from Sam Seed. And then Jackie Chan becomes really good, because the style is considered unstoppable, basically, in the movie. Anyways, very entertaining choreography. Obviously, Jackie Chan choreographed pretty much most of the fight scenes. I know that Yuen Woo-pen was responsible as well for fight scenes, but you can tell the difference. Like, I know when Jackie Chan choreographs it, there's a reason why Jackie Chan is so successful. His style of choreography is just better than everybody else's. Let's be honest. It's just more entertaining. He tries to put creative elements. Because if you're too genuine to the art in a movie, it doesn't work sometimes, guys. You gotta be creative, and Jackie Chan understands that. That's why people think he doesn't know martial arts, because he mixes things up in his movies, but he does that for entertainment value. I'm gonna whoop this motherfucking ass. And Simon Yuen understood that because they come from the same background, so the movie came out amazing. I still watch that movie to this day. 1978, Snake in the Evil Shadow, and 1979, Drunken Master, guys. You need to watch those movies just for historical context on Kung Fu movies, right? You'll see how different Jackie Chan movies were back then. And the reason why I bring up Jackie Chan is just because to focus on the Peking Opera Beijing. I believe it's the Beijing Academy. There were several, like I said, several schools, but this one specifically had a lot of talent in it, man. Most of the guys that went to that school became famous martial arts actors for a reason, right? Probably because the training was so brutal. Anyways, in Painted Faces, they do these horrible handstand stretches. And then the funny thing is, a lot of the people that know the school, including Sam Yuen, said that it was much rougher than the movie showed. Like, the movie didn't really show exactly how bad they were being treated, you know? And I believe it was 19-hour days, and they only had like 5 hours of sleep. It was something crazy, guys. Very similar to Shaolin training, basically. And I think the inspiration for... Geez, this girl is... Every time I fight her, she's tough as hell. I'm using all my drunken techniques. Like Rock Lee is a character that does drunken kung fu in Naruto. There's a couple of characters in anime, but they're all inspired from these movies. But anyways, the drunk style... I mean, you guys can see demonstrations online, but none of those demonstrations are... I think they're all northern, so there's a lot of like more acrobatic and flexibility type stuff. And the movie tries to emphasize a more dirty street fighting style, you know? Don't get me wrong, a lot of those moves are, you know, mostly choreography. Jesus, bro. Why she kick so fucking much? She hits hard, man. You wouldn't believe it. I think I've talked about her in the video. I might do a video on her too. I think I know the actress that plays her. I just can't remember. I have to look it up. And the funny thing is, his stunt guy was his own son. Because he was just too old to do the acrobatic parts, right? So his double was his own son, which was still in his 30s, I believe. For the flips and shit, you know. But he's in a lot of the scenes himself. It's just when you get older, you know, you can't really do a lot of acrobatics, let's be honest. So it makes complete sense. But you could tell the training was brutal just because of how much talent came out of that school, right? And the difference in choreography when they all had their own styles, so I can't even say that they're similar. But just the movements of the style, if you look closely, it's like a high, you know, hardcore balancing act where you have to learn insane balance. You have to have insane core strength. There's even a part where you break walnuts with your thumb and index finger, which I did in real life. I managed to learn how to do that just out of my own. I just tried it by myself. Nobody was trying to teach me kung fu. Or I just wanted to try, guys. Obviously, I was already doing martial arts, but I wanted to make my fingers strong. I was really into this, you know. And because there's a scene in the movie. But all these creative aspects to training scenes. Bro, I hate this lizard guy, bro. Lizard, I still don't know. Believe it or not, I've been doing these videos for a while. What is lizard style? Yeah, but anyways, the training scenes were so creative. A lot of people were like, where do you get ideas for this? Some of those ideas are legit, like from real life, guys. For training. Obviously, when he was younger, he was probably spectacular. But in those movies, you could tell he's just much older and, you know, seasoned, like people like to say. And some people gain fame later in life. Like, you don't even know. That's why I tell people not to give up, because you don't really know, you know, when something is going to work out. Now, Another thing. Oh, right here. Look, these conversations right here. See, we meet again, teacher. It's good to see you. I hope you've been training right. So that's from another movie probably where he teaches leopard style, which I haven't seen. So I don't know what movie that's from. And I still have to find out which actor does leopard style as well. Might do a video on him too. You gotta realize there were so many kung fu movies coming out that I watched so many when I was a kid. It's hard to remember all of them. I only remember the really notable ones, but that was big at the time when I was a kid. So, anyways, guys, you can't go wrong with good old drunken kung fu movies. I believe even Gordon Lau did a drunken kung fu movie, and Jet Li, in one of his Once Upon a Time in China, I believe, does drunken kung fu. So it's a very popular style that a lot of people thought wasn't even real, but it's actually real. It's just you can't find nobody that teaches it. It's very rare to find an actual teacher that knows it. But you could tell, like, the amount of training that you have to do. Just look right here, like that. No, not that. This. Wait, there. Like, you have to go in and out of stuff and then lay back, and it's hard to explain, right? Like, when you're looking at it, I'm like, Jesus, that must be exhausting. Well, they probably train a lot of stamina too. And the thing that was so impressive about kung fu movies is the amount of stamina the actors have to have. They were like, like I said in another video, athletes. Like, you have to be in tip-top shape. It wasn't just a bunch of actors. Like, they knew now they take actors and they try to train them for like 3 months. And people go, whoa, he was so good. I'm like, bro, try that with martial artists. Like, try to teach martial artists how to act and just let them use their skills. I think that's just better for this kind of stuff. Oh, I hit him with the triple facta combo. Start at the bottom. Obviously, all these actors are from Hong Kong originally, including Simon Yuen, back when Hong Kong used to be owned by the British. So I think it was up until 1997 that it was a British colony. Bro, he's blocking all my shit or dodging it. Ninjutsu versus drunken kung fu motherfucker at the temple. Got him. I love that move, right? Like, you stumble over him, and then as you're falling back, you kick him. That's one of my favorite moves from drunken style. Obviously, guys, everybody has opinions on these styles. Can they actually work? Well, it depends on the person, but also, who cares, right? These are movies. These are based on movies, guys. Movies aren't real, I'm sorry. This is how it is. Like, so what? Like, it's the art, right? Okay, he's getting crazy now. I gotta pick up this pace. Trying to hit me with that sword. Get him with the special. Look at this. Boom! Oh, I didn't finish him. I don't see the health bar, guys. I took the health bars off. It's a surprise. We don't know who's gonna win. There's a YouTuber, though, that he said, I don't like these Hong Kong movies because they're not realistic. And I go, bro, movies aren't realistic. They're not real. Another point he tried to make was the fights last too long. I go, have you ever watched a UFC fight? They can go like 25 minutes straight. Or a Pride fight, 10 minutes without a round. So, yeah, these are bad arguments. and again, they're movies. See, Donnie Yen is scary in the game because he has both power and speed, guys. Just like in real life. Somebody said they were making a new Ip Man movie. That would be ridiculous because spoiler alert, he dies in the 4th one of cancer. Just like the real person. All 4 movies were good, though. I really enjoyed them. Jesus, bro. Okay, now I'm having trouble. I'm getting towards the end of the competition here. I wish there was more info on Simon Yuen, guys, but Very limited info, just movies that he did, which I think you should watch. Look up his filmography. He did snake fix style movies. He did leopard style movies. He did a lot of drunken movies. In fact, they used to call him the old drunk or the old drunkard. Or Old Dirty. That was another nickname for him, Old Dirty. Which, like I said, Old Dirty Bastard got his name from. Got him. Bro. It's crazy how fucking better the AI is in this one than in the first game. I just wish they would add... Oh, shit. I thought he was going to get me before I did it. Sometimes they get interrupted. Doesn't happen often, but... But yeah, I just wish they would add some of the characters they left out. I got him with the ass. But, yeah, some of the actors, some of the movies they left out, like the Capoeira guy's not in the game. The Samurai guy's not in the game. And I'm like, why? You should have just brought them over. Gotta fight Jackie. That's where it started. Let's go. Gotta fight my student, guys. Obviously, Jackie is a man of many styles, so he knows many styles of martial arts. So he would be a problem to fight in real life, right? Plus, he's a tough stunt guy. But I'm gonna get him this time because I taught him everything he knows about drunken kung fu, guys. Oh, shit. Yeah. Drunkard to drunkard style. This is the most fun shit. Jackie's doing all his moves. And this is the only game where you can get most of those drunken techniques, you know. I think there's games with little bits and pieces. But like Tekken has, Lays has a very short routine. But oh, actually no, Virtual Fighter has that old guy, Yuen Shen. Or Shen Yun, I forgot his name. He does drunken kung fu. So yeah, there is a character. And I'm sure they show that character is based on him, on Simon Yuen. Game Virtual Fighter. Jesus, I can go for my ass now. Oh, I gotta be careful. He's using everything I taught him. I went to the Great Wall of China, look at that. Oh, I'm gonna get him up. No, hell no. What the fuck? He's getting crazy. Bitch. I had to use my special. Bro, you're my student. You need to respect me. And Jackie's very mischievous. This is the young Jackie, you know? Got him. I got him with the carpet. I don't really know what he's holding. I think it's like a wrapped up sleeping bag, probably. But there you go, guys. That was fun, but now I'm thirsty. More wine. I mean, that's fair enough. That is his character, right? So yeah, guys, this is a one on Simon Yuen, man. Famous Hong Kong actor. Legendary guy for playing the master of like every movie you've ever seen back in the Kung Fu years. Very happy to do a video on him. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it right here. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe when you get a chance. And like I always say, go game.